Good evening. Thanks for inviting me in this conference. I would like to thank Brendan and John from the Life-Saving Foundation. The title of this presentation, as you can see, is The Art of Music, Water Safety Related Messages Delivered by Song Lyrics. And I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I did when I tried to synthesize and compile all the information that I've got. There were some technical problems during my arrival, so I wasn't able to link the songs that I'm going to talk about in the actual presentation. So the only song that I have linked is the one that you will hear now, which will be a nice introduction, I hope, for you to start this viewing. So let's listen to the first. From one point of view, you should not talk to the lifeguard because he's not appropriately dressed, because I lost my luggage at the airport and because of my health problem that converted my lips to due to my recent illness. Anyway, let's start now then. In the field of life-saving and lifeguarding, we have so much research the last decades. And those two subjects have served in the field of water safety extensively as subjects of research. However, we have no research so far in terms of art and specifically in music. So the questions that arise now are there any missing components that could serve as water safety means for entertainment and cultural perseverance? Therefore, the aim of this presentation was to identify a number of songs that contain the term lifeguard and see how art perceives this specific term. I used the criterion sampling method and that criterion was to identify songs that contain the word lifeguard. I found out that there are so many songs that contain various terms related to water safety. Specifically, there were about 1,000 songs that contain the term swimming, 1,000 songs that contain the word drowning, about 85 songs that contain the word resuscitation or keys of life, and 41 songs that contain the term lifeguard. So I have chosen these 41 to discuss today. So let's see what I have found with these songs. The song lyrics use the term lifeguard describing an actual lifeguard in almost over 60% of the cases. The subject of the songs was love or entertainment in many cases, social issues in 1/5 of the cases, and water safety only in a small proportion. Lifeguards were mainly males rather than females. And this is understandable, as you will see later on, because the aquatic environment that was depicted in the songs was outdoors. And we know that outdoor aquatic environments require strength, speed, etc. The activities that were undertaken and were portrayed in the songs were aquatics, and sometimes 1/3 of the cases land-based. In 1/5 of the cases, we audibly witnessed the presence of lifeguard equipment. And in very few cases, less than 1/10%, or one-tenth of the cases, we witnessed the presence of lifeguard equipment. The lifeguard behavior, like in reality, it was sometimes professional and sometimes unprofessional. When I say unprofessional, I mean that in the songs the lifeguards were portrayed to flirt, even sleep, or chat with representatives of the opposite sex. But let's start discussing now about these songs. As I said before, 2/3 of the songs describe the real lifeguard. So in the first song, Backfire, the singer says, "I was in love, feeling sky high, when a big blonde lifeguard walked by." And in the To the Panic by Phantom Planet, the song says, "So the lifeguard, he let them use the pool all the day for free." The lifeguards were described metaphorically in some of the songs. So one of the songs says, "Sometimes you gotta learn to swim with no lifeguard. I'm alright, God, still shit, I'm still breathing." And in the song We All Want the Same Thing, the singer says, "With no lifeguard to come after you, you're bound to drown like a Titanic passenger." And in the Swimming in Sunshine, the song says, "My baby says, hey, I think I'm gonna get wet. So we hot some hop it to the water's edge. Hey, it's so good to be alive. Swimming in sunshine, there's a hole in my beach towel. There's a hole in the atmosphere. We've got the shade of the lifeguard tower." And in some songs, water safety related issues were addressed, which is a very positive thing for us as water safety educators, because we can use these songs as a meaningful and innovative means for water safety education. So we see the fatal consequences of a girl that overestimated her abilities, swimming too far in an unguarded beach. In the song Lifeguard Slipping, Girl Drowning, and the lyric says, "It was only a test, but she swam too far against the tide. She deserves all she gets. The sky became marked with stars as an outstretched arm slowly disappears." And then in the Backfire again, we witness the panic and the fatigue that may lead to a failed rescue and unsuccessful communication of a message during crisis. Then the lyric says, "But in my panic, I may pull too hard. And the novice lifeguard gets rushed off in the ambulance. I'm tired, I cannot seem to get a message to you that the rescue you planned has just backfired." And in the final song, Lifeguard, we see that the lifeguard is used as a symbol of safety who may save a person from social or personal difficulties. "I've got my lifeguard here to save me, he will always be." Male lifeguards far outnumber females. And as I said before, and I will explain later, this is understandable due to the outdoor aquatic activities that took place in the sample songs. This male domination corresponds with reality because the profession is demanding, especially in open water settings, which are the settings that were described in most lyrics. This finding corresponded with the masculine stereotype of male bravery that is promoted in painting and the literature of antiquity, the Middle Ages, and the rest of them. A strong, brave and handsome man who saves a weak and helpless female, like damsel in distress, has a more heroic traditional dimension longitudinally in books and paintings. And if you have heard my presentations or my recent publications about art, you might see the same evidence which corresponds with what we are talking about now here with songs. Male lifeguards are more often than female those that guard the beaches. So this finding corresponded with the stereotype of the rescuer as it was presented in motion pictures. You might have seen the Superman is trying to save Lois, the Spider-Man or Batman is trying to save another girl. This happened in the past, or even Popeye, the sailor, is trying to save Olive in the water or on land. But this contradicts sometimes with the contemporary stereotype as a result of the increasing commercialization. So for example, the best example is Baywatch, where because male viewers were seeking to see female stars, almost half of the lifeguards that were screened in Baywatch were females, which is the gender that entertains male viewers. So male domination that is expressed in song lyrics represents a confirmation that art produces not only reality, but also the majority of other forms of art. In some songs, people were depicted to be engaged in activities mainly at sea or a river. So in the song Rock Lobster, we can hear the singer saying, "Put on the lifeguard, pass the tanning butter. Here comes a stingray, there goes a manta ray. In walked a jellyfish, there goes a dogfish, chased by a catfish. In flew a sea robin, watch out for that piranha, there goes a narwhal." And the song The Murder Mystery, we can hear, "Slaughtered by the seashore, see the lifeguard drowning, sea is full of fishes." In few cases, we had people that were involved in activities that took place in swimming pools. So in the song I Want You To by Weezer, we can hear, "And so the lifeguard, he let them use the pool all day for free." And in the song Do the Panic by Phantom Planet, we can hear, "I put on my walking shoes, walk down to the swimming pool." In the songs that I sampled, more often we had aquatic activities than land-based activities near the aquatic environment. So we saw swimming in the blowing up the lifeguard stand. A year ago she was swimming, and don't you know, she was winning. And then in the song We All Want the Same Thing by Kevin Michael, we saw a boating activity. With no lifeguard to come after you, you're bound to drown like a Titanic passenger. We are going to see Titanic later on within this conference as a theme of presentation by Dr. Mark Tipton. And we had suicide by drowning, which is a theme that is very interesting for John Connolly. So we don't have suicides only in reality, we saw them now depicted in art. And in the song Broken Down and Broken Town, we can hear "Broken down and broken town, call the lifeguard to watch me drown." And we also have a homicide by drowning, interesting for criminologists. "My hands around your neck will have your ass choking, throw you in the river, now your ass floating." And we have also people who were engaged in parties or just visited the aquatic location. Like in the song Frank and Lola. Lola counted rainbows, Frankie counted sheep, till they almost got run over by the lifeguard's jeep. And we also had a few references about the presence of lifeguard equipment. So although the term lifeguard appeared in all the sample lyrics, we would expect an equally high reference to rescue equipment. However, this didn't happen. Why? Because most songs did not neither describe a real aquatic emergency where the use of a rescue aid would increase safety for both the lifeguard and the victim. And also, because in most songs the reference to a lifeguard was actual, we would explain that these professionals who act mainly preventively should be armed with the necessary equipment. But this was a disappointing message for the song listeners, because it did not promote prevention, but a wrongly established heroic dimension. We all come from water safety organizations, and we know that our organizations promote as the last resort the body contact rescue towing techniques, which are those that were used extensively, appear to happen in these sample songs. Therefore, the songs try, like other forms of art, to portray and deliver messages that are not the messages that we would like to pass on to the people. So when someone is listening to music, and in this music he listens that a lifeguard performs a body contact rescue, this might not be what we as water safety educators would like to pass to the people. Therefore, if we are going to use this as a water safety means, we can use the song by saying, okay, here is what the song says, tell me based on what I have taught you, what do you believe that it should be the most safe way for
applying a rescue to a drowning victim. And then we would expect that the candidate will say, body contact rescue tools, last resort, use lifeguard equipment. Lyrics portray precisely the application of rescue methods in some songs, which are very, very interesting, and I think you will all like them and possibly, hopefully, use them in your education. So in the song True Life Hero, we can hear interesting lyrics. The last time I went swimming, I started to drown and my head, it went down. And then the lifeguard, he jumped in, grabbed hold of my hair and pulled me to ground. He was a true life hero, friend of every man and child. Similarly, in another song, in Lars Horris' song Certify, we can audibly witness another drowning rescue with the use of equipment, described this time from the lifeguard. And if you get in trouble, I use a contact dive. I extend my rescue tube to keep you alive. And lyrics show the lifeguards acting professionally in some percentage of the sample. So in the song Certify, see here how interesting lyrics have been written. If you are submerged, I will dive feet first and bring you to a backboard, never to hearse, because DOA victims are for amateurs. I do it my safe way, you do it yours. Did the victim hurt his neck? I'm going in. I support your chin, airway and spine. With my head split technique, everything is fine. My EAP CPR, after those rescue breaths, then I'll check your airway for respiratory arrest. Then it's sweep, ventilation and abdominal thrusts. So you see here a whole course, a whole lifeguard, rescue and first aid course, summarized in 6 lines. And in the song Very Short Time, we can hear, I betcha neither one ever had a lifeguard like me, and nobody drowned since I got here. Lifeguards were distracted by engagement in conversations with the opposite sex, or because of flirting. So here are some examples. In the song Summertime by Tiffany Gardina, we can hear, see that cute lifeguard, yeah, I know I'm a flirt. Tell all my girlfriends, back off, cause I saw him first. He don't remember it was this time last year when he ignored me, wish I could disappear. But now he's looking back at me. I wanna scream, hey girls, just look at me. And in the song Do the Panic, the singer says, I put on my walking shoes, walked down to the swimming pool, told the lifeguard that I think she's cool. I guess I forgot to play it cool. And in the Blowing Up the Lifeguard Stunt, the lyric says, oh no, can you see? Don't let my little woman become chicken of the sea. In its seconds she went down, in its minutes she could drown. The guard upon the throne didn't even make a sound. Didn't even take a second to take it look around, because he was talking to she in a tight little French bikini. Hey man, give me a hand. I'm blowing up the lifeguard stunt. They know not the importance of the things I have to say to you about the sea. The bar needs to know about these tan little pricks in their little red short and the sunblock over their lips. The little whistle makes me sick. They just let the people drown while they're checking out the chicks. So this is a corresponding message of what Dr. Frank Pierre has discussed about as one of the causes of drowning so many decades ago, when he established his RID factor of drowning. So we can see that art, music, portrays reality in this case. Contemporary trend of young labor, we have a contemporary trend to young labor that turns into other, perhaps more profitable jobs than lifeguarding. And we have seen often literature and very prestigious authorities like Chris Brewster, who stated in one of the letters to the editor in IJARE several years ago that we don't have enough lifeguards, and sometimes this happens because the job is not so highly paid. So in the song The Elephant Elevator Operator, we can witness this. Someone prefers to do something else rather than lifeguarding. And here's the lyrics. Hey, I could have been a salesman at a party goods store or a brave and handsome lifeguard on the New Jersey shore. But the job that I have chosen is the one I adore. I am the elephant elevator operator. And sometimes song lyrics correspond with research again, and what Professor John Perm has found in one of his studies. He found that rescuers may drown sometimes. And we have all heard stories about people that attempt to rescue others and they become casualties themselves. So here we have lifeguards that have drowned. And here is one evidence, one song that Hell or Heaven lyrics that says, who will save the lifeguard when he's about to drown? And we also witnessed people that went too far without knowing swimming. In the song Lose My Breath, here's an example. Take me out so deep when you know you can swim. And as we know, one of the contributing factors in several countries and many cases is alcohol while engaged in aquatic activities. So we have an example here, the Best Little Girl song, that says, at the pool, they drank all her daddy's whiskey. They took all her mama's pills. They were found the next day drowned in their own vomit. Poor little fool. Poor little fool. So in conclusion now, the lifeguard-related information has fueled in limited capacity those songs, the song lyrics, representing in most cases an echo of reality. Don't forget that we have only this small sample of songs that were available in English. Songs most often describe actual rather than metaphorical lifeguards. The story, the content of the song was love, entertainment, social issues, and sometimes, in limited cases, water safety. The lifeguard gender was mainly males, and in less cases, females. The lifeguards appeared to be involved in outdoor aquatic environments. And those appearing in these songs were either engaged in aquatic activities or land-based activities. We had rare references to lifeguard equipment. And the rescue methods that were portrayed were those that we consider as the last option for rescuers. Lifeguards were portrayed as unprofessional or professional with behavior that corresponds